Hi everyone, Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com and .co here in Lewis Beach, Delaware. Welcome to our Song of the Week and Buttons class. Now this week's song is going to be Georgia on My Mind. This video, however, is not going to be the song. I'll be releasing that video right after Christmas. Many of you have thanked me for all the hard work I put in on each song for you every week. You've also asked how I come up with the styles and settings and when I'm choosing a song. So I thought, why not share this with you, the step-by-step process on what I do and how you can do the same thing or in your Genos and Tyros. So this is going to be a fairly long teaching video on everything I do, and it's for both models. Now, some of the comments that I'm not doing any more Tyros videos, that's not true. I do the Song of the Week and Buttons class on Genos, but I have all the styles from Tyros that I downloaded into my Genos. And keep in mind, all the settings are also on the back of page 1 for both models if you have my book bundle. There's also already 150 how-to Tyros videos on my Genos Tyros video lessons page. If you purchase your Genos or Tyros from me, you get everything in my big bundle, including my big USB sticks with everything you need. Also, if you didn't purchase from us and you purchase book bundles, I email you all the settings and styles on the back of page 1 for both models. You get all my chord changes, variation changes for each song, and everything is on the music. You also get my USB stick with past songs and settings to download into your Genos and Tyros, all these settings. The book bundles are not a profit center for us. There's very little markup, but you have to own the music for me to send you all the changes and settings. So we're going to get started on the tutorial how to find a style for a song. And of course I'm going to do this for Georgia on My Mind. Okay, so the first thing I do is find the Song of the Week and Georgia on My Mind here. Now you don't have to do everything I do because I change all the chords and put the settings on the music and do all that kind of stuff after I get the settings in. But now I'm going to try and find a style for Georgia on My Mind. The first thing you should do is put on Variation B. We don't want to listen to the intros right now. We just want to listen to some styles. Now, I already looked through oldies, and just to give you an idea here, I went through all the pages and I listened to the styles on Variation B. I went through R&B because I thought Georgia on My Mind might be in there as well. And for instance, here's a 6/8 soul ballad there, and I'm just going to listen to it and listen to the style. So that would definitely work for Georgia on My Mind. The next thing I do is listen to the two intros, intro 2 and intro 3. That one doesn't work for me. Intro 3. At that point, if I was going to use that style, and I'm not going to because I found a couple better ones, But I would just simply leave that style on B, go to page 2, if I wanted to use that style, I have to raise the tempo. So I'm just going to... That one's a pretty good one too, but I'm just going to continue with it running. Listening to styles, humming the song in my head. So that's all there is to it, really. Variation B, going through the sections. Now, I found in the country section 2 great styles for Georgia on My Mind. So if I go to page 2, this country swing ballad here, I really like that, so I'm going to listen to the 2 intros. Intro 3. Boy, that piano riff that just happened there is really important. Now, this is another important part on this tutorial. This is extremely important, what I'm about to tell you. You've got to make friends with your Genos or Tyros, and you have to really listen. Listen to the variations. So I'm going to listen to variation A. I'm also going to try intro 2 to see what that's all about. How about variation B? Pretty good style, isn't it? How about variation D? So this style is really nice for Georgia on My Mind. But did I stop there? Heck no. Now at the same time, I'm listening to their OTS settings. So on OTS 1, so I'm listening to those, and I like a couple, but if I chose this style, I would change a couple of those. I really like this number 2. And you can see there's 2 sounds on here, so let's see what they are. CFX 2 octaves is in the piano section, and on rate 2, they have a gospel hymn. And you can hear that there. Now, I might not like that gospel hymn. I might want to change that to boys choir ooh, or air choir. And if I like this right now, I would probably store it in one of my registration memories just to get started. However, we'll exit back out to the country swing ballad here. I also found this country swing on page 3, and I'm going to listen on variation B. Way too fast, so I'm going to slow the tempo down, and I'm going to go to about 80 just for fun to see how that tempo works. Pretty nice. Now I'm going to listen to the intros, because that's going to be the decision maker probably. Let's go to intro 3. Wow, how about that? Now, that's pretty nice, and all I did was slow the tempo from 130 all the way down to 80, but now I'm going to listen to main variation A, B, C, D. Now, A is not busy enough for me, so on this song, if I choose this style, I'm only going to use variation B, C, and D. Let's listen to what they have in one touch. Okay, so there's going to be some changes for me in there as well. Now, I'll tell you, I really liked that piano setting they had on the other style, but I really like this style because this intro is just perfect. Doesn't get any better, and you wouldn't find that style without exploring. Explore. Take your time finding the style. Doesn't matter if it takes you a half hour. You could find the style and you think it works, and 2 months from now find a new style, and you could just resave that later. But I like to spend a lot of time going through all my styles in each category that I think might work. And I might even listen to easy listening, oldies, R&B. I didn't even look in pop. I just happened to find this country swing before I got to all the styles. But it does take that long to find the perfect style. And if you take your time listening to the variations and listening to the suggested one-touch settings that are already in there, you will really enjoy what you're doing, and you're going to learn more about your styles. So let's say we found a style while we were looking for one for Georgia on My Mind in R&B that we might want for something else. At that point, I'm going to save that and rename it and save it into my registration for later. I can go back and edit one touch later, edit everything later. But when you find a style, you could save it and save it as the title of the song so it becomes a new file. Now, if you're new to my videos, you want to go and watch Saving to OTS on my video lessons page for what model you have. I have videos on how to save and customize your one-touch setting and create a new file for a song so that you don't have to go looking for that rhythm style again, because that happens a lot of the time. Okay, one of the things that I noticed on this country swing is 4 has harmony echo on. And boy, that's really a nice harmony one-finger chord. So I'm going to go see what that is. I'm going to hit direct access and my harmony echo, and boy, that's a country duet. Now, if you remember, I really like those twin pianos in the other style. Imagine what that would sound like with the country duet 2 on. So we're going to do that now. So the first thing I'm going to do is hit the little toolbox down here to see right 1 is the one that has that harmony echo on it. So there we go. So basically what I'm going to do is turn off right 2. I'm going to hit my upper right 1 button there, go to my piano, and we've got CFX Cocktail. Turn this off for a minute. That's nice. 1 octave, 2 octaves. Page 2, we're looking at all these grands that are in the Genos Tyros. So I think what I'm going to do is do the 2 octaves. That sounds really, really nice. Okay, so on OTS 4, I'm going to use the CFX 2 octaves, and I'm going to hit my direct access and my harmony echo button, and I am going to put it on country duet 2, which is what the setting was in that other style. So I'll have that done now and listen to it. Just absolutely love that sound. And at this point, I'm going to raise my right 1 volume up to 127 on that. Go back up to my voice, and because I haven't edited this voice yet, I'm going to hit my menu, my voice edit, and as you've watched in my other videos, I'm going to bring my reverb up to my desired level. So, and simply right now I'm going to hit memory and 4. One touch setting's been changed, and this is where you can watch my OTS saving to OTS. I'm going to click yes, and of course save here. And for the time being it says country swing, but if you watch my OTS video, I'm going to change the name to Georgia on My Mind. So I'm just going to hold the delete, and once again, watch my saving to OTS video. I'm going to do the short version here. Once I've changed the name, I'm going to hit OK, and I'm all set there. Now, I'm going to hit exit. It says the voice has been changed. Do you want to save? If I hit save, it'll store that right in my favorite sounds that I've edited right there. So that's saved there, and that's also in another video. So at this point now, I'm going to save it into my registration memory right now before I finish the other one-touch setting changes. Okay, so I've exited out and I have my registration banks already saved here. I'm going to put freeze on and go to bank 1 because my favorite sounds are saved in bank 1 here, and I'm just going to create a new bank. So bottom line is now that I have this Georgia setting, I'm going to make sure my sync start is on. I'm going to start at variation B, and I'm using ending 3, and I've already got my tempo set to 80. So I'm just going to push my registration 1 or 2 button, because I'm only using B, C, and D for Georgia on My Mind, and I'm going to store this in number 1. Now, at this point, you're going to save a new bank, and that's in another video that I have as well. And I'm going to do that before I continue on Georgia on My Mind settings in OTS. So don't forget to go ahead to watch my Saving Banks video. I've already done that, so I've got Bank 3 up here. Now, the only one that's changed in Bank 3 from Bank 1 is the first one. I can go back and save them at any time and just save them right into Bank 3. So on this particular one, I'm going to hit my freeze button here, and I'm going to listen to what they have on number 2. And I'll exit out here so we can get to the sounds. Now, if you like the sound, you can keep that sound right in there. I'm not going to, because Ray Charles used both piano and electric pianos. So basically now I'm going to start to search for what sounds I want in my number 2. And he played a lot of different pianos, electric pianos. So I'm going to listen to what I like. So that's one sound I like right there, and I'm going to raise my right one, 127, and of course now on that other preset there was also right 2, and so I'm going to go to right 2, and I'm going to go into my choir voices, and if you remember they had on different choir voice, and you're going to choose the one you like. So I've decided to go with the boy choir JS, and go up and adjust your volume level, how much of that voice you want to come through there. So if I'm on number 2, I'm on number 2 here. I'm going to turn my intro off and see how it sounds. So that's about where I want it, so I'm just going to store this now in memory too. Once again, watch my video saving to OTS. Georgia on My Mind is up, so I'm going to press OK. The file already exists. Yes, let's overwrite. So now I just change that, and it's also going to change it here. You don't have to go back and resave it there. Now, I do want to edit that electric piano. Even though I already saved it here, I'm going to go back and edit it. I'm going to push my right one, which is at 70 suitcase tremolo. I'm going to hit my menu, go to voice edit, give myself a little more reverb on that to your liking. And just restore it in number 2. Yes. Save here, Georgia on My Mind, already exists, overwrite, so that's done. Now, on number 3, I might want that harmonica. So I'm going to go to voice here. I'm going to turn off my right 2, and my suitcase tremolo is up there, and I want to put my harmonica on now. So I went to my accordion button, put on harmonica, listen to the blues harmonica, and I'm definitely going to go with that harmonica. My right one is going to be at 127 because that's where I hover. I'm a light player, and of course I'll go to menu here, voice edit,
adjust my reverb depth the way I want it. And I'm just going to simply hit memory 3. And this is the saving to OTS again, which is in my video, of course. So if I listen now, and I put on my sync start and my intro 3, I'm on variation B, and of course here we are on OTS 2. So I'm right where I want to be now on my 4 OTSs, and I'm ready to actually have Georgia in one of my sound banks. Okay, so let's do just a little recap now. So once we found the style, which is the long part, I went and adjusted the tempo on that. And I very much listened to the 3 different variations and decided I wasn't using A, it wasn't busy enough for this song. And so I listened to all 3 variations. I liked those variations. I listened to their one-touch setting suggestions, and I took one from another style and edited it for here. To have my 4 custom one-touch settings for Georgia. Now, one thing we didn't do is go into multi-pads, but you could also go into your multi-pads and go back into your one-touch settings and resave your one-touch settings if you want to add multi-pads later. You don't have to do everything all at one time.
Okay, so we're not finished just yet. I'm probably going to go back and edit my one-touch settings for Georgia on My Mind before I actually do the song in my Song of the Week and Buttons class. This was a video showing you how you can do things and go back and re-edit and how to find a style. So I'm going to go in and tweak those a little bit and get them just perfect before I do Georgia on My Mind. And of course, if you purchase our book bundles, you will get my USB stick with the current settings that I have for the songs now into Genos. And of course, we'll have, this is the same process on Tyros, and there's video on saving to OTS and Tyros too, and all that kind of cool stuff that you can really do. But here's the important part, guys. Rome wasn't built in a day. The keyboards have tons of styles on them. Even I go looking for a style that I heard before. Oh, where was that thing? An easy way to solve that is as soon as you find a style for a song, even though you're not ready to do that song yet, save it into one of your registration banks and rename the style the name of the song so it's ready to go for you to go back and edit. But once again, Rome wasn't built in a day, and hear me out here. If you have my chord chart and you're learning my chords, and there's going to be a chord video coming out very shortly just on chords as well, because I think some of you could use some work in that area. You know, when you're setting up your keyboard, time is great. Use as much time as you want to search for that style, and use your tools. Listen to the OTS settings they chose. Listen to every variation, every intro and ending, and get the right style Take your time doing it. And then you continually build on that great foundation that you have once you found the style. Of course, I'm going to be doing the work for you every week if you're watching my weekly Song of the Week and Buttons class video. We do a new song every week, and the chord changes are important that I put in there because easy play music has easier chords, yet my chord system is very easy to do, and that's why I'm going to do the chord video as well. So I hope you really enjoyed this session, and there's some songs that you might want to do that I'm not doing in my weekly class, so now you know how to find the style and how to make changes and edits and do one on your own. It's really a lot of fun. So I wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I wish everyone a happy holiday, happy Hanukkah, wherever you are, here in the U.S. or around the world. Thank you for a great year. Thanks for all your kind words. Have a safe holiday, and I'll see you this week. This is Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com and .co. Have a great day.